your head up, shake the dust off, tell me what you're made of. I can't hear you, I can't hear you. Breath in our lungs, beating our heart. Lift up your voice, you got something to say. It's a brand new day. 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 When the rain falls, when the ground shakes, when the wind blows, when your heart breaks, show me sorrow, show me laughter, show me starlight, show me what you have to. I can't hear you, I can't hear you. Breath in our lungs, beating our heart. Lift up the voice, you got something to say. It's a brand new day. 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 See the sunrise, oh, fire in your eyes, oh. It's about time we all saw you shine. It's a brand new day. 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 There's a secret through the thunder. There's a storm, but you're not going under. It's a brand new day. 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 It's a brand new day.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
It's a lot nicer out now, isn't it?
Yes. Yesterday was so warm. Like I was actually sweating.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
I hope everybody has their coffee this morning. I hope you guys are nice and tuned in. I believe all the kids are home right now because the schools are still like, hey, we need to fix all of our pipes and do all those
Right.
things. And so I guess you guys are like teachers today?
I don't know.
Or
I
just
heard
helping them get online?
a couple of people said their kids are going back to school. So I know some are virtual, some are back to school. So whatever it is, everything is thawed out except the ponds.
And what you should be doing is using your thought out fingers to chat into us and do roll call, put your full name in. And you should have just completed your social media for the day. You should have spent those 5 minutes while we were warming up here and while we were going live, that you guys would go ahead and take care of all those things for you.
Yeah.
And
And if you're new, thank you for joining us this morning. It's an honor to have you. And if you wouldn't mind, please chat in your name so we know who you are.
very good.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll check a little bit later and see if we have any new people on here.
Okay.
And we'll check back in with them. But we do have Merch Store Monday today. So let's go ahead and split the screen.
We didn't talk
and we'll
about
show
Merch
off
Store
some
Monday
things.
last Monday.
No, it's been a little bit a little while since we went over that. So let's Merch Store Monday it.
Do we have some new things?
We do. So what we have in Merch Store Monday that really excites me over here is we have the new Shep beanie. So
Oh.
this is available for you. You'll click right here, and if you're looking for a golf course living with Shep, this is the beanie for him. So Mike, if you're hitting the
beanie
links,
for him.
yeah, if you're hitting the links, maybe you go ahead and check this out and wear that hat for yourself. And we scroll down here, we have a couple other items here that are a little bit newer.
We invite you guys to buy each other's merch and show it
Yeah.
off. What?
Yeah, if you're looking for a mouse pad with me pointing at you just to
Does
remind you
anyone
of
use
something,
mouse pads anymore?
then there you go. The mouse pad is here for you. And then one final item.
Oh, no.
Well, no. I guess for winter, right? We have
I
the
love
hat.
this hat.
The hat's
Yes.
nice.
Yeah.
It's really decent. It's one size fits most. So unless you have like
Our
Brandon,
kids have really big heads, so
Well,
I don't.
Brandon says he has a 5 head. He doesn't have a 4 head.
Wow.
It's just so large.
That's something.
Yeah, there it is. So, and then we have a poster that you can go ahead and get.
Poster?
Yeah, the poster. If you feel like New Kids on the Block, you need to put that up on your wall. You'll have the realtors
That's
in your
pretty cool.
neighborhood. So,
Maybe we should put that on a billboard.
yeah, maybe.
What do you think about that?
I don't know. All right, so we covered each of
Ring
those.
the bell.
No, hang on. You'll get the. Oh, yeah, I only need to give you the bell.
Slack it.
So topics for today, we have Stacey Hendren, number 1, with her weekly update.
We
So
love
look
that.
forward to that. Landplan. What are they doing at Custer and 380?
You guys
Let's
know
get
who
some
Landplan
info
is, or
on
pretty-
that. Why does your pool
like
not freeze? Redfin to buy Rentpath. Those are a lot of different topics. So we'll see if we can get them all today. Maybe
Okay.
we'll hold over just a little bit because I got so many topics to go over.
So much to say.
There is.
All right, let's go.
Hey, Stacey.
Hey, Stacey.
It's really good to see you. Let's go ahead and give us a weekly update, please.
Hey everybody, I hope that you enjoyed your weekend thawing out from last week's Snowvid in 2021. And I enjoyed the sunshine today. It's a little breezy, but so much better than last week. And I was ready to be outdoors for a little bit and loved every minute of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Wanted to talk to you guys about, even with power outages and rolling power and people being under boiled water alerts or not having water at all and burst pipes and all this stuff going on, you guys were rocking it last week. So let's talk about what happened from Monday, February 15th through Sunday, February 21st. So last week we had one contract turned in by Shana, and there was a backup offer turned in and executed also by Shana for that same contract. So congratulations. Then we had 2 closings last week, and those were both by Lisa. Now, Lisa deserves the Ice and Snow Award for the week, or for the year actually, because she made sure those closings happened. She took papers and documents back and forth to everybody who needed them, and we got closed and funded on both properties. So Lisa, way to go, and we're so proud of you. You guys, I am here if you need me for anything, and cannot wait to see what you guys do for the rest of the week. But as a reminder, because so much was closed last week, appraisers are going to be behind again. So let's just keep that in mind as we have closing dates and things coming up, and we'll talk about it and make sure that we have everybody on track. Have a fabulous week.
Hey, very good. Thank
Yeah,
you,
it's a good
Stacey.
point, you guys. If you do have contracts in the works, you need to really check in with them and check in with the lender and plan ahead and be proactive, because I do expect there could be some delays. If your listing had some damage, then that's going to also cause a delay. So just stay on top of them. Right?
All right. And if there's anything crazy that does happen at one of your listings, like not just like minor stuff, but like huge that we need to know about.
Yeah.
And if we need to consider a status change for the property because it's going to be offline for such a long period of time,
Yeah.
then please just let us know. Maybe send Sean an email and we can kind of discuss what should be going on. But if you think it's going to be more than a couple of weeks to do the repairs and it's going to go to closer to a month, then maybe.
Well, if it can't be shown right now, it needs to go to temporarily off the market and pause everything for the time being. So just let us know kind of what the situation is, and we'll help.
All right. Perfect.
Okay.
Hit the bell. Good morning. Mike and Shana Acquisto here, real estate brokers and co-owners with Acquisto Real Estate. And there's some action going on. So I saw a white sign yesterday, maybe a couple days ago, up at 380 in Custer for the first time that I was out there. And this was with the Landplan that was going to be doing something on the Custer side. And they wanted to get some approval on some modifications. So let's go ahead and split screen and show off the
Zoning
land plan
change.
and see what they are doing here. If we could, Omkar. And
So Landplan
go.
is a big development company. They've been around for quite some time, and they do really cool projects, in my opinion.
they certainly do.
Yeah, and it's typically a really nice development, whatever it is.
I would agree. What I'll go ahead and do is I'll show off what they're doing here. Well,
High end.
yeah, let's go ahead and I'm going to show you some single-family residential areas that they do. Chapel Creek, Chamberlain Place, Woodland Farm Estates, Shenandoah, Stonebriar Park, Tranquility Farms, Lakewood Village, and Prosper. Okay? So if I was to click on any one of these, I'm not sure. I do know Stonebriar Park, so I'm just going to show you what those happen to be. These are like some examples of kind of what you would see there. That's their gate, that's their area, that's a home, that's another home, that's another home, that's another home. Hey, all right, so good, we saw those. So that's an example of what you might see between $800 and $4 million. And they have all different types of communities, right? So maybe Chapel Creek's another example that I believe that's a Frisco one as well. And here you would get to see some examples. That's their drive-in. That's some empty land. There we go. That's a walk path. That's a creek. That's a house.
Yep.
That's an overview from above. That's pretty interesting. I like that picture right there. I'm actually going to go ahead and save that image myself because I like it so much. Save it to my desktop. There we go. And let's move on. So this is what you're kind of looking at here, right? So these are the types of properties that Landplan is kind of known and famous for.
Yeah.
All right. So now you've kind of seen that, and I can go back and show this off. So, Sean, I think that was a great point that you were bringing in. So we'll go back to this, and now this shows us where we're at. So this is Custer and 380 where they're at. And this document here in particular is showing what they kind of have going in. They are over here working in this kind of area right now, and this is 380 across the bottom and Custer coming up the side. The property that we have would be off the screen and up to the upper right. And what we're looking at is they have some roads coming in here and some water drainage from overflow from their dam. So this is a water type situation down here. And this is the dam across the back, and then they have this overflow area. But then they have all these creeks that would be in there, and then they have trees. So they plan on capturing this and putting in more expensive homes along this area. So backing up close, maybe not directly on Custer, but in this area seems to be the same type of things that you would be seeing at Chapel Creek or at one of those.
Yeah,
that they seem to be putting
they've done
towards.
some really cool things. And so, it's a huge master plan development, but you can show them the red's going to be commercial. But it goes all the way from Custer all the way over to Coit. So there's a lot to this.
There certainly is. Up
this.
here, we saw the other day that there's a, what kind of school is it? A charter school?
A charter school.
That's going in. I think that was first.
Yes.
It might have been pretty close. Maybe it was one of those. It was right by wherever the Walnut Grove Cemetery is. There's a new charter school going in there. So we'll maybe discuss that in the near future, what it is. If anyone's a charter school expert, please let me know because I am not. Yeah. And I'd like to learn some more about it. But then directly next to that, they have another tract. They have a ton of property up here, and they're going to be developing it out really nice. It appears to be a very substantial neighborhood that's coming in. They're already working on the beginning stages of it. But this is something that I'm personally looking forward to, and I'm happy that it's coming around
it's right
us.
there. Interesting.
I will show off some additional items here. This shows all of the stuff. This is their PD stuff that was filed a long time ago. So if you're a super nerd and you want to look through it all, I do have all of that. This is public record, and it's a lot of pages. I don't even know how many pages we have. 66 pages. So if you want to look at each track and see exactly what they were doing when they put this in for Brook Hollow.
The Brook Hollow is already built. Well, it's being developed now, and there's quite a few homes in there. I don't know what the percentage of build out is, but
Yep, and they go through here and they show their average lots and what they're going to be from minimum and maximums and what the depth is and everything else. So anyways, there's tons of nerd data in there. if that's important to you, now you've seen
Good
it.
to know.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and go back to just us home car. And we'll let you know that we're done with that topic.
Moving on.
Hey, so how does your pool not freeze? I don't know. It's been cold outside and there's been a lot of things going on. And if your power stayed on, then your pool probably did not freeze. And it's most likely due to this part right here. So this is a temperature sensor that can be used, and there's normally two of them on your pool. This one here in particular goes on top of the pipe, and this is the thermometer, and this goes inside the pipe and measures the temperature of the water as it passes by. And it's held down by a clip on the top, and this inside is what reads your temperature. This on the top, there's going to be a red and a black, and these get wired in. Okay. So then this goes into the pool equipment, which allows for the temperature to be read. Okay, so I'm going to go over here and chat in a link. They're probably in the description already, but let's show this off.
Not freeze?
Yeah, well, so that was one of my problems this week. And so as we take a look over here on the screen, what we have is this is the new one that's in here, because this one actually froze while I was
Luckily,
outside.
It froze after.
Well, no, it froze during, so I had to do some modifications. What happened is it got brittle because the sun and the UV light eventually broke this down, and then there was snow on top of it, and I wiped the snow off, and it cracked, and I had a problem, so I ended up getting to the opportunity to replace it. So if I take a look here, yeah, so there's a small hole in here, and it's not much bigger. It's like, I don't know, pretty small. It's smaller than your finger, your smallest finger. And this goes right inside, and it's held on by this clip. So this is the new one that happens to be on there. And then this gets wired all the way back, and this goes inside the pool equipment. And then there's simply two little things here that you'll wire that in. So that's where you wire the red and the black in, right? You just put those two diodes underneath there, and you'll be totally good. And then we have one for the air temperature and one for the water temperature. Okay? And this right here is inside the pool equipment box. So that's where all this gets wired into. If we are to scroll in here just a little bit, what you'll see is a second one of these that is hanging there. I replaced that one while I was in there as well. And this right here happens to be the air temperature. So it's kind of out of the way, but it shows off the air temperature for you. So you can read exactly what it is. If you're like, hey, what does that cost? Here's the link for you. It's $18.99 if you buy one. If you buy two together at the same time, they're going to be cheaper. But that's just giving you a rough idea. There's more than enough wire for you so you can run it back. It's not a huge deal. And then I will show you exactly how that kind of looks. This is the control center, and you can get to it right from your app on your phone in most cases if you have that installed. And you would just go right to the pool. And then from the pool, you'd be able to see the temperatures. So what we have here is the air temperature is 49 degrees currently at our place. And the pool temperature is not reading. The reason that the pool temperature is not reading is because there's not water circulating. If we go ahead and actually turn on the filter pump and let it run for just a little bit, then what you'll see is the pool temperature will show up, because then there'll be water flowing through and it'll read what that temperature is. The reason your pool does not freeze is because of this bad boy, and it kicks into freeze protection. And what that does is it circulates the water through, and it makes it that you don't have a challenge with it. So if I was to show that off, I thought I had a link for it. Maybe I didn't. Maybe it's the last one. There it is. All right, cool. So what happens is the water comes in from your skimmer basket. It goes underground. It's most likely not going to freeze here because it's lower under the ground. And then this water comes in and it goes through here to your pump. This pump keeps it circulating all the time. When it goes in here, this is a place that it can freeze from time to time in your filter if it stays there, and it'll freeze and expand there. It can freeze in any one of these lines that are above ground. So the whole idea is to keep the pump moving, but you have to tell the pump to turn on. And this is what tells the pump to turn on, because it's reading the temperature. Okay? So that gives you a little bit of an idea of kind of what's going on here within this. And let me...
I'm impressed because, I mean, a lot of people are a little intimidated by the pool and the equipment and all of that. And you've spent, over the years, you've spent the time to understand how it all works, where to get the parts, and how to, do a lot of it yourself. And it's impressive. And I'm very thankful.
Yeah, this is some
you
around
do
the
that.
house with Mike stuff. The pool temperature is now 41 degrees for the water. That's actually really cold. So I think I saw it down to 37 was as low as I saw the pool temperature for the water itself. And that was after all the freezing had kind of went away, was when I checked it. But 41 degrees is the water temperature right now. And then the ambient air temperature is here. And of course, you could turn any one of these other items on here, and off we go.
Yeah. 41 degrees. That's a temperature you could possibly do a polar plunge in.
You could. It's really cold. I was in there
Who
and
wants to do that?
I had my arms in just like up to maybe my
Oh,
bicep.
you told me to put my arm in.
I know I did because I wanted you to have the experience. I had both my arms in and I was messing with the pool cleaner, and it was in that far. And I had it in just long enough to detach a piece. And I would say my arms were in for 30 seconds. And after I pulled my arms out, after 30 seconds, I was like, wow, that's really cold. And I thought about Alaska and when somebody goes overboard and that you're totally not living for long in that water. It is a crazy situation. Water is really cold and hypothermia is a real thing.
Yeah.
I didn't get it in those 30 seconds, but I don't know if I could have held my arms under the water for a
incredible.
full minute. It's incredible how cold it is. And that's just my arms, not like my head, not my legs, my core, anything else.
And it was warm yesterday.
Yeah, well, the water wasn't. It's still adjusting.
Okay. That's
All right.
a whole other topic.
There you go. So some things are easy. Let's get done. Yeah, sure. We're done.
Sorry.
We're done. Redfin. They're
Another
purchasing
acquisition.
Rentpath.
Yeah.
I'm Mike, and this is Shana Acquisto, real estate brokers and co-owners with Acquisto Real Estate. Let's go ahead and talk about this from a high level and see what we have. Let's go split screen if we could and show off this link for us.
Do you think we're going to continue to see these acquisitions and mergers?
Yes.
I do too.
A lot of consolidation.
A lot of shuffling.
Yes, and some are horizontal and some are vertical integrations. This one here happens to be probably about getting new clients. So what Redfin's done here is they acquired Rentpath. Rentpath, I've never previously been to their site or known much about them, but they are a portal for rentals. So what they're trying to do is move all of those rentals to Redfin so that once you rent your place, you're more likely to go ahead and purchase your place from them as well. So that's kind of what they're going for here. It does sound like a very good move on their part. And they're trying to essentially acquire
There was
clients.
something with CoStar in them too. Does it
CoStar.
say? Yeah.
I think CoStar tried to buy Rentpath
Yeah.
earlier last year, and it was declined by
yeah.
the FTC for a specific reason. They blocked the attempt to acquire that.
Interesting.
So anyways, this is only a $608 million acquisition. Crazy these numbers that they throw around. But this is basically about Redfin getting younger people into their pipeline in more rentals, specifically of like kind of apartments, so that they believe that if they rent the apartment first, that they'll most likely to become a home buyer later on. It's probably a really pretty good move. So anyways, I'm
makes
reporting
sense.
it. Do you have anything else you want to add on that? I didn't have a lot to add except I was showing it off and I was kind of discussing the concept and just showing more consolidation and kind of what's
Well, we
going
do
on.
see a lot of changes with the rental, how the rentals are dealt with Zillow. So, and Realtor.com. So it's interesting.
Yes, it is.
Just another avenue to
There
try
you
to
go.
capture.
Now you guys kind of saw it. What they were doing is looking at acquiring new clients in a unique way. So they purchased another company that had a bunch of them coming in. And I believe that they will probably do really well with this acquisition at the end of the day.
Agreed.
Very good.
Okay.
Hit the button. So that's going to be a wrap. We talked about all types of different items today, ranging from Stacey's weekly update to land
love.
plan going on at 380 in Custer. I think that's a great place for everyone
Look
to
it
move
up.
to.
You guys
Anyone
can
that wants to
get
go out there,
familiar.
we welcome you out
Yeah.
there. Mike Shepard, we're all coming to your neighborhood. Why does your pool not freeze? We discussed that one. What are the potential areas that could freeze? and what's going on there, and then Rentpath and Redfin. Shana, what else should we add here?
Well, we didn't work last week, a lot of us, because of the weather. So, this is a time that we need to get out there and make up for last week. So good luck to you guys. I did see a lot of activity happening contract-wise over the weekend. So looks like everybody's continuing on full speed ahead. So
very good. And if you had problems last week and you went to the Home Depot or to Lowe's and you bought a bunch of parts and you weren't sure what parts to buy, there's a common thing that goes on when you go to the home improvement stores. You're like, I don't know exactly what I'm going to need to fix this. So what you do is you buy like everything you could possibly need for scenario 1, 2, 3 on all different ways you could possibly fix it. Well, then what that does is it depletes all the other items at the store for others. So I kindly ask that if you went out this weekend and purchased a bunch of items, possibly more than you needed, then go ahead and return the unused items right away. Get them back to the store so other people can go ahead and fix them. I know that was one of the problems that I ran into in many of the different repairs that I was making.
That's a really good point.
Is the typical part wasn't there, and it's kind of because people were just buying stuff. I know once I fell into that scenario that I bought some more items, so I returned them the same day once I had it all kind of fixed. So anyways, just go ahead and do that if you could, please. That'll help the next person out. Be a good neighbor. Thank you guys all for joining us. And let's see, we do have one new person that's joined us today. So that is excellent. I'm really thankful that they joined us. It was nice to see you. Gary from Idaho. So Gary, thank you very much. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow as well.
see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Have a good day.
We all fall down, we get banged up, but the scars show what we're made of. Don't you look back, lift your head up, shake the dust off, tell me what you're made of. I can't hear you, I can't hear you. Breath in our lungs, beating our hearts. Lift up the voice, you got something to say. It's a brand new day. 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 When the rain falls, when the ground shakes, when the wind blows, when your heart breaks, show me sorrow, show me laughter. Show me starlight, show me what you're after. I can't hear you, I can't hear you. Breath in our lungs, beating our heart. Lift up the voice, you got something to say. It's a brand new day. 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 See the sunrise. Oh, fire in your eyes. Oh, it's about time we all saw you shine. It's a brand new day. 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 There's a secret through the thunder. There's a storm, but you're not going under. It's a brand new day.